Hi, my name is Jen Gardner, and this digital story highlights my service leadership project completed at Carteret Preschool Center. This project focused on redesigning underutilized shared spaces to better support staff collaboration, organization, and well-being while strengthening our school culture. Carteret Preschool Center is a standalone public preschool within Carteret County Public Schools, serving children ages 3 to 5. It originally opened in 1969 as the Doris Oaksby Developmental Center and later became part of Carteret County Public Schools. In 2023, a new wing was added, and today CPC serves as both a developmental day center and an NC Pre-K site. As the building and programs have changed over time, the way some of our existing spaces are used has also changed. This project provided an opportunity to look more intentionally at how those spaces could better support our current staff and programs. Today, CPC serves 64 children in 6 classrooms, with about 62% of our students receiving exceptional children's services. This means teachers, therapists, and support staff work together throughout the day. Having shared spaces that are organized and functional is important because it helps everyone work more efficiently and better support our students. Before identifying a project focus, I reviewed several sources of data related to school culture and staff working conditions. The audit of cultural practices showed that CPC already has a strong school culture, with an overall average of 63 out of 66. Staff reported strong collaboration and a shared sense of purpose. However, data from an adapted teacher working conditions survey also identified areas for growth. 66% of teachers agreed they had sufficient non-instructional time, while there were no teachers who agreed with the item related to building comfort, including size, temperature, and layout. These results helped identify an opportunity to strengthen an already positive school culture by improving how our shared spaces support staff. The first space I identified was our former nurse's office. Although it had plenty of space, it no longer had a clear purpose. It was being used mainly for miscellaneous storage and wasn't supporting staff in a meaningful way. This space had the potential to become both a quiet workspace and an organized storage area for instructional materials. The second area was our shared therapy room. Over time, it had become the primary storage space for teacher instructional materials. Because therapy sessions were happening throughout the day, the teachers often had to interrupt therapists or wait until the room was available to access what they needed. Relocating these materials would improve organization while allowing dedicated work areas for our occupational and physical therapists. The final space was an outdoor courtyard located between our buildings. It was an underutilized area with the potential to become a dedicated wellness space for staff. By intentionally designing the space with landscaping, comfortable seating, and shade, we could create a place where staff could recharge, reflect, or connect during the school day. I also wanted to hear directly from staff about how they currently use the spaces and what would be most helpful to them. Through staff conversations and a staff survey, several common concerns came up. Staff talked about difficulty accessing materials when therapy was taking place, the lack of quiet place to complete paperwork or other work, and interest in having an outdoor space they could use during a break. Staff feedback helped confirm that these were not just spaces I thought could be improved. They were areas staff. In addition to collecting staff feedback, I reviewed research related to workplace design and teacher well-being. The research showed that thoughtfully designed work environments support productivity, collaboration, and staff wellness, while supporting teacher well-being also improves teacher quality. Together, these findings reinforce that improving our physical environment could also strengthen our school culture. Using the needs identified through staff feedback, school data, and current research, I developed a project that focused on redesigning 3 existing shared spaces. Rather than creating something entirely new, the goal was to maximize the spaces we already had to better support collaboration, organization, and staff well-being. Ensure decisions reflected staff voice rather than only my own ideas. I established the CPC Shared Spaces team and intentionally included staff from a variety of roles. All staff were also invited to complete the Shared Spaces and Staff Wellness Survey. 18 staff members responded, and their input helped guide decisions about furniture, storage, organization, and the outdoor wellness area. Staff were invited to suggest and vote on names for the 2 new spaces. 18 staff members participated in the naming vote. The Nest was selected for the new teacher workspace in the storage area, and Zen Garden was selected for the outdoor staff wellness area. Since planning began, the project has moved from ideas to implementation. The Zen Garden has been completed, and the nest has been organized and furnished as a quiet workspace and centralized storage area for instructional materials. The therapy room redesign is also underway. Instructional materials have been relocated, the new furniture has been assembled, and once painting is complete, the remaining work areas will be arranged. As staff begin using the redesigned spaces, I will gather follow-up feedback to evaluate their impact on organization, efficiency, collaboration, and staff well-being. The results will help determine the project's success and guide any future improvements. This project reinforced for me that improving school culture does not always require a new program or initiative. Sometimes it begins with listening to staff, looking at the resources you already have, and making intentional changes based on what people actually need. More than creating nicer spaces, this project was about creating spaces that help people work together more effectively and feel supported in the work they do every day. Thank you.